This week we hear the news that the FDA and the CDC in the United States are going ahead with vaccination for babies and up. How do you read that?
I mean, there are lots of things about the COVID that have concerned me, from lockdowns, and lots of the economic problems that we've got now are due to the lockdowns that we've had in the economy. The lack of being open about early treatments like ivermectin, the lack of natural immunity being accepted. But the thing that always struck me as the worst thing about this COVID situation is when it was suggested that children were to be vaccinated. Children are still growing, their bodies are still changing. We know certain complications of these vaccines, like myocarditis and blood clots things. We've no idea what the long-term complications might be in a growing body. And in the last 48 hours, these vaccines have been improved in the United States, both Moderna and Pfizer, down as low as 6 months. Now, it's really concerning to know why that was done, because when you actually look at the data from the trials, the data quite clearly showed the children in the vaccine group were more likely to catch COVID than the children that didn't receive the vaccine.
The whole
that's
lockdown
just
policy
crazy.
is driven by fear, not faith.
Now, Dr. Fauci was also being questioned in the last few days in Congress by various senators. And he was asked two things. He was asked, did he have any evidence that these vaccines for these young children would prevent deaths or hospitalisations? No, he didn't have any evidence for that, because that's not what the trials have been done to show. They've just showed maybe slightly fewer symptoms. And the second thing he was asked is, the people on the vaccine committee that approved it, have any of them received money from vaccine manufacturers? And he refused to answer that question. He said the law in the United States is that they didn't have to declare royalties. Well, they obviously could declare them if they just wanted to be open, but they don't have to legally, which I just find astonishing.